Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and you are not going to see setups related to these planners, but rather I will be speaking about a bunch of reasons that sometimes I have been asked about, and I just wanted to come here and be able to tell you a bunch of things so that I can explain further the reasons why I have all these planners. This is a video about why I could never replace my paper planner with an electronic one. I have nothing against technology. I have nothing against all the electronic facilities that there are for planning. I personally don't use them, but I know a lot of people that are able to keep themselves very much organized because obviously they use them. For me, they do not work. And apart from a notepad on my phone that I use it to just write a bunch of things whenever I'm on the go and I don't have the time, not even to open my planner, I do not use anything. I don't use the calendar. I don't use the planner that my phone offers or my tablets offer, but I really need my companion. And at the moment I do have this one here, which is a Filofax Metropole in red, and next year I will be having this guy here, which is a recollections planner in the personal size. So I will be going chunky once again. But anyways, I just wanted to speak about the reasons. I have been asked various times about the reasons why I do not use electronic planners or calendars, and I wanted just to come here. I jotted actually down a bunch of notes, and you will hear the pages probably turning from my notebook because I did think about them very well and about the reasons why. And I just wanted to come here and tell you. So, the first reason is since when I was still studying for my exams, I could never remember anything related to what I was reading unless I wrote it myself. I tried studying also by writing on my laptop what I was studying about, but it did not help me at all. And I just came to terms that I really and truly need to be writing with pen and paper whenever I am studying. And this applies also to my planning because I always need to be able to write things myself in order to remember them. So I would never be able to remember some of my appointments or some of my tasks and feel them as part of my day unless I do write them in my planner. And that is the first reason I would never be able to be organized with an electronic planner. I have to write it down in order to know and to understand well what I have to do. The second reason that I will be speaking about is the feel of the paper and seeing notes being created. I'm a very visual person, so I really need to see actually my creation, the creation of the list of to-dos, the creation of my planners, the creation of my day, how I will be following my day. So I need to have the feeling of being sure that what I need to remember is there safe. I imagine you telling me, but even if you are writing them down on your phone or on your electronic calendar, you will be able to see them get created. I can't explain this, but the moment I do have the pen and paper and I am creating that list, it does help me a lot to feel safe that I will not be forgetting it because I don't want to be overwhelmed and feel that I am dependent on a battery to have access to my notes, or that I am dependent on an electronic thing to access everything, to access my life, because electronic things may end up not giving us the security that we want because they are dependent on batteries, on systems, and they may go out. Basically, they may stop functioning, and I don't want to have that thought at the back of my mind. To be honest, I have mentioned this many times. I do suffer from anxiety, and even watching my battery of my phone go down to 60% makes me feel anxious because I start thinking that it will go out and I will not be having accessibility to my contacts, or I will not be able to call someone or send messages, etc. So I don't want to be dependent in that way. I know the problem is with me, but and I know that I need to stop thinking about these things. But the paper planner just gives me that security, and this is why I really and truly like to have the pen and paper and know that every thought that I have is really and truly safe in there. The third reason is I feel at peace when I write something because I can visualize my creation, and I have already mentioned this. I'm a visual person, so I need to see my list get created. I also feel safe that I am not dependent on a system, as I already said, also. And yeah, I don't want to be dependent on someone else. I hate being dependent in the first place. So I hate depending on another person, on a system, and I hate being dependent on equipment. So basically, really and truly, I would be afraid that the system will go down and I will end up losing everything. And this is not going to happen with my planner for sure. They would have to take away my bag to take away my planner, because no one is going to take away my planner for sure. And by the way, my bag is already too much heavy for any thief to try to take it away. So that's another issue over there. But yes, I know that I may have a personal problem, or this may be just personal thoughts because that's the way I feel. But I love my planners more than anything, and I would never go without them. I like seeing my creations, I like seeing my journals, I like to write whatever comes to my mind without ever having to think that it's going to be down and not offering me the service that I need. Also, we have come so much dependent on the internet, and it's not available every time. It may not be available through Wi-Fi, or it might not be available through our contracts, but the pen and paper is, I think it's one of the most beautiful things ever. That's my opinion. The paper gives me security. I can't describe this, but it also makes me go down memory lane to the time when I was young and started journaling. I started journaling when I was 11, I guess, and I started keeping a planner when I was 15, besides the school planners that I had. And that's how I want to feel. It takes me down memory lane. It makes me feel like I'm 15 again when I do journal. It makes me feel like I am 11 again when I was writing about the crush I had on a boy, or on another boy at school, and those things. So it gives me also that sense of feeling once again like I was. Also, the sound of the paper turning in a notebook, or the feeling of a new page. I mean, it's undescribable. I wouldn't be able to describe it because it's just something that makes me feel good. I think there are a lot of videos that are ASMR, and I know that probably this will be describing very, very well the way you feel when I turn the page of a notebook or when I start a new notebook. Also, whenever I tried using electronic planners, I really and truly ended up being the most disorganized person in the world, because ultimately I do not go to my electronic planner to see what I have. I don't do that. It's not the first thing that comes to my mind. When I know that I have to plan for something, the first thing that comes to my mind is I need to grab my notebook. I don't feel the urge, I don't feel motivated, and I don't feel that I need to reach for my phone or for my calendar, for my electronic calendar. It's something I can't explain once again. I have to bring that notebook and I have to have it there. That's the first urge, that's the first thing that comes to me. Grab your notebook, you need to write something, not grab your phone, you need to write something. And another one of the reasons is I don't like, as I said, to be dependent, and the notebook gives me the freedom to write on a page, then turn to another page, or write at the back, or write at the front. So I don't know. Probably these reasons might not make sense to many of you that are used to your electronic planners, but oh my goodness, I think maybe it could be something at the back of my mind that just wants to refuse to come to the 21st century, but I don't know. I love my planners. I like also setting them up for the new year, because for me it's like starting my year afresh. It's like starting a new life every single year, that I am going to do something new, and opening up my planner, having the feeling of my planner, seeing my creations, my dividers, and preparing everything is simply something that electronically it will not give you the happiness that a paper planner gives you. Obviously, as I said many times, whoever is into electronics cannot understand this, but this is so important to me, and I just want to use this video just to give you my reasons, my personal reasons. Maybe some of them you will be able to relate to, maybe not, I don't know, but this is basically my personal opinion. I will always be in my paper planners. It might be of different forms, of different designs, but I will always have my paper with me. So I hope that I have even responded to a bunch of questions that I have received on why I will not be in an electronic calendar, and there has been also someone that requested me to do a what's on my phone and show my planning on the phone and on the calendar. By the way, I will not be able to show you that because I don't use the calendar feature in my phone or on my tablets. I don't use it at all. So I don't have anything to show you so far. Anyways, I can show you my planners where I can, but I can never show you my electronic planners because they are completely and totally empty. There is nothing that I have to show you over there. So I hope that you have liked this video. There was not much to see, but I had a lot of things to tell you. And until the next video, do take care and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.